Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Panda, and right now I am using the Kraftgeek's Variety Tripod Selfie Stick. So let me talk about my first 96 hours with this selfie stick. And I want to make sure everything's transparent. So, Christine, thank you for sending this out to me. I appreciate that. So, disclaimer everyone. My experience has been good, and this is going to be the very, very first time that I'm representing a selfie tripod stick, as my reputation precedes me that you guys know that I'm not a big fan of these selfie tripod sticks, because some in the past have just wobbled a lot, and mind you, even though I have the extension out, I am still able to have a very stable, reliable video without the up and down wobble effect that you get at the tip when you have that extension selfie stick to this maximum. But I did notice a few things with this selfie stick. One, Bluetooth device here. It works, but it doesn't work with third-party apps, so keep that in mind. It does work with the primary phone apps that is on your camera, so it can trigger. But you cannot have a Bluetooth device and this connected at the same time, unfortunately. And I have something similar to this called the Fuji Tag, and was also able to communicate with two devices at one time. So I found that Bluetooth communications functionalities lack a bit, because there's only one button functionality. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I just had an issue with this Bluetooth device. So it would not connect to my Samsung Galaxy device. So I had to do a number of things. I turned off Bluetooth, that didn't work. Then I turned it off and just reset everything, that didn't work. So I just reset the phone entirely, and that worked, which tells me that the Bluetooth on this just standard, mediocre. But like I said, functionality wise, yeah, I hope the next version have rocker volume buttons to control the volume, which you can control the volume, but it's very inconsistent. It's even if you try to hold the power button, it goes up and then comes back down. It's not very consistent. So fair warning. Tech had a camera button, but also a volume rocker button if I wanted to increase volume, or if I wanted to program it to do something else. But this one you can't really program. But I do want to talk about the hot shoes on this selfie stick. So everyone, let's talk about the hot shoes for a second. So as you see, I got the Subway Photo HB03s, right? But I noticed when I was trying to tilt the ball heads to a certain angle, that the plastic mount hot shoes, they're not very, it's strong, but I don't recommend bending the ball heads if your ball heads are really stiff in the manner, and you have to use a certain tool to loosen it. So I just feel like the hot shoe mount is good, but also not stable. Alright, let's talk about the hot shoe. So I noticed a few things about the hot shoe. It's made out of plastic, not metal, so be careful how you tilt your ball heads, which I learned a lesson on. But it's made out of plastic, like I said. I wish this had some type of lock mechanism or a click system so it can stay in place. This can easily turn when logging, apparently, but I haven't had that much of a bad experience with it, but I just took notice of it. So be aware of how you use this hot shoe mount, but also be aware of how you mount things onto the hot shoe. Like I said, it's not made out of metal, but it's made out of some type of plastic, and the plastic seems robust, but still be extremely careful. The selfie stick does have a feature that I didn't talk about, and that is when you open the legs, the bottom here also extends, which I was like, oh, okay. I didn't actually feature that in the video, so I want to talk about that. But overall, the flex head, the mount itself, I feel that the mount, it's a little flimsy. So if I was to use this on my phone, I just don't feel the confidence, because look how slippery it is. Just too slippery compared to this. Let's say I was going to use this. It's like it's super tight on here. You see how it grips? It grips. Look, I'm pushing down, it grips very well. I like how this is more secure in a sense. And this one is just, it works. It works, but it's just, in my opinion, I don't know. I don't like that. I just don't like that. If I'm logging and it slips out, that might be an issue for me, everyone. So I'm just showing you real world what it may be capable of doing. So maybe you should put a phone case that has grip texture so it can grip onto things, because this is rubber. I'm out here in the real world trying to do this video so you guys can have a good idea how to use this variety selfie tripod stick that is from Kraftgeek. I like it. I do think it has a very good build quality, and over time, as you can see in this video, it hasn't, at the tip of the selfie stick, it hasn't done this wobble effect. It's been very stable. I think I like it. This is probably the first selfie stick that I am going to say I'm going to recommend it, because, so as I was saying before, everyone, let's talk about comfortability. The comfortability, a traditional tripod has these three pointy angles, right? And that sometimes can be a nuisance for backpacks and for your hand, right? But this one's a pillow shape. So the pillow shape is much comfortable in the hand. It feels much comfortable in the hand. And I think, in honesty, this is a better tripod when you want to do things outside when you're traveling. Now, traditionally, all tripods are made differently, but they still have one major flaw. And they always have that triangle handle shape when you have to hold it, and sometimes that can literally like get a nuisance to your hand. I'm glad they made this tripod into a pillar shape where it's all circular. You can hold it better, you can transition it better, and that's what I think about the comfortability with this Selfie tripod stick. So take it with a grain of salt. This is my take on how I'm using it. If you think that you want to purchase one of these tripods, listen, I got a promo code called PANDA. Go to the main Kraftgeek's website and where you can actually make a purchase, and save 50% off. If not, I got it down in the Amazon link. But overall, I think it does work good for action, compact, smartphone cameras in general. I think the Selfie stick is better than most that I have tried. Just the structure. I wish they could have a carbon fiber version of this. This would be awesome if they bring out a carbon fiber version of this tripod. That would be super, super dope, but it could be expensive. So, but other than that, everyone, I want the next version to have maybe a detachable ball head and better mounting capabilities. Let's see. But with that said, everyone, my name is Panda, and this is my review.